guys, it's Cindy Leach, your polymer clay tutor, and today's studio tip is how to make Heishi beads out of old beads. Sometimes you have beads that just don't turn out that great, or when you first are making beads, they're not that great. So sometimes you don't have quite the heart to throw them away, and I basically tell you never to throw them away, and this is a good reason. Now, you can reuse your old weird looking beads and make them into Heishi beads, and I'll just show you a few examples. I have this bead, definitely a weird bead that I worked on one time, and I'll show you in a sec how to do it, but if you warm them up, you can slice them and turn them into Heishi beads. And here is the same exact bead that has been cut and cut into Heishi beads, and it sure changes the look of them. Now they can be used for spacers. You can even when they cut up, they look a lot like sequins. All kinds of different things. So you get just a whole new life out of them. I've got a bunch of different examples here of beads that were cut up and how they look. They have a sort of a tropical look if they're in more tropical colors. This is some little spiral tube beads that turned out okay but not great, and once they're cut up they almost look like they're bone or shell or something like that. Here is it was a Natasha bead that I got a big dent in the side of and didn't notice that I had the dent in it until after it was baked. And I cut it up and look at how neat it looks. It has just a different look to the bead. Now I've got some beads sitting in the oven here at about, I guess they're at about just over 150 degrees. You want to warm them up. I've got them in a little bowl here. And you don't want to heat them up so hot that they become rubbery. You just want them to be warmed up so they're soft. And here's one here. It was a marble bead, and you can see it's rubbery a little bit, but it's warm. It's not too rubbery. You'll know what I mean if you've overheated them. They're tricky to cut. Then I've just got a little thing I'm cutting on here and a razor blade, and you'll see that they'll just cut right through just like butter. And you can cut them super thin, and then you have these sort of wafer thin, almost sequined kind of type beads, or you can cut them bigger so that they're more like Heishi beads. And you don't have to worry if they're all perfect, because if they're not perfect, if say for example they are cut a little bit wonky and a little triangular, when they go to stack together they'll look a little bit more random and they won't fit together perfectly, and it'll have a more natural look. So I just wanted to show you that. I heat them up for about 10 minutes or so at that low temperature. Like I said, if you did go too high, like 265, 275, it'll get very rubbery and you'll go to cut it and it'll be really tricky to do. And if you try to cut them when they're not warm, they're difficult as well. They'll snap kind of funny. So just warm up your old beads, slice them up, and see if you can give them a new life. So I hope you liked that, and if you did, could you please give us a like that, or give it a thumbs up? That would be great. And my question for you today is, do you have any old ugly beads that you could use in this type of fashion? I'd love to hear about it. So leave me a comment in the leave me a comment in the section below, and we'll see what everyone's done out there. So we'll see you next time, and bye for now.